Hi, my name is Jason Weaver, and I'm with Garage Revolution. The reason that matters is I'm 100% focused on the garage space. So if you're doing garage storage or flooring, that's the space I'm in. So I also have been doing an agency for quite a while, and years ago, I actually ran the marketing with a few other good people at a company that focused on garages. That's kind of how I got in the space. I experimented with e-commerce and B2B and other stuff, but I finally settled on I like helping home service businesses, and then from there, I really, really enjoy helping garage businesses. So that's a little bit about me, but let's dive right into what we're going to cover today. So, what we're covering today is Facebook and Instagram ads for garage storage and flooring contractors. I'm not necessarily going to read all the slides. I'm going to dive deep into what's working right now with the clients I'm helping, what competitors are doing, how you can see all of your competitors, and what they're doing. I'm very transparent about my prices. I'm very transparent about what's working, what's not, how I went about figuring things out, how you can see all of your competitors' ads, what they're doing, what my competitors are doing for your competitors, just everything. So feel free to hit me up with questions, even if you're watching this replay later. Essentially, we're going to really dive deep into what is working. So I bet I made this cool slide with Gamma. It's just one of the AI tools out there. I'm big on tools and software. And so I just like to call that out. So, what makes a good ad? When you're doing ads on Facebook, I should just also say, like, you've probably either tried social media before or done it with others and had mediocre results. And so, hopefully, by the end of this, you'll be able to see some of the reasons why maybe those were mediocre results and how you need to try something different in order to get a better result. And I don't have a secret sauce, so you're going to learn my entire secret sauce when it comes to this. Obviously, I've been doing this longer than others per se, and I will admit what the secret sauce is, so that hopefully will be refreshing for you. But at the end of the day, uh, it's not rocket science, and the reason it didn't work in the past is you didn't do it my way or the right way that works. So when you do an ad on Facebook, it's different than a post on Facebook or a boosted post. There's a lot to it. And when I get into showing you kind of the Facebook ads manager backend, you're going to be like, hopefully not too overwhelmed, but maybe you'll be sold on the fact that marketers really can help you achieve your results and can overcome all these worries about how do I tick all the boxes to do ads correctly on such as Facebook or Instagram, right? Because they're owned by the same company. So one of the things is I noticed you got to have like a get quote or a better call to action when you're doing an ad, which definitely for many years was not defaulted when you boosted a post. You got to use emojis, hashtags, anything really to call out your ad a little bit better for people. And then your primary headline and primary text, um, when your ad shows, should make sense to the target customers that you're trying to go after. So let's look at exact examples. I also want you to always walk away with a lot of tools and a lot of really awesome resources. So write this one down. Facebook ads library. You just Google it, Facebook ads library. You click which, region you're in, US, Canada, whatever. And, you want to see all ads. You type in, say, garage storage, garage flooring, garage cabinets, whatever keyword or a specific business and their exact name that matches what they have on Facebook. And you can see all the ads in relation to that are currently running or from that specific company. It's a beautiful, beautiful free tool. So Facebook ads library. So this is how I got this. So looking at ad number one, not written by me, that's out there. They are not using get quote. There are no emojis. There are, actually even extra text down here. It's called a description. So the headline's not as clear. They do say call now, but that does not match with the learn more. They do have a video, which is great. I have not watched the video in this case. The fact that they actually list their phone number, all those are great things. If you were to click the dot dot dot, you would see more of the ad. In this case, we're just focused on the brief details. In this case, this is an ad that I wrote for one of my clients. You can see get quote. There are use of emojis. You can see that the headline is a little bit clearer. And some of the things like calling out the location, or maybe asking a question, or even use the use of emojis or calling out a special. Like some of these things are what I was referring to when you're trying to hook people or convince them to take the next step with your business. And it's very clear what you want them to do. So left example, mediocre ad, right example, good ad. Okay. And then one of the things you're going to walk away from here is actual ads that I have used. So whether you try before you ever use me, right? Like you try this on your own, you go into Facebook ads manager or even try to boost a post, but with some of this information that I've given you here, you can literally take these headlines, take these descriptions. They are proven in the past, so they are more likely to work for you today. Obviously, I continue to grow and write new ads and do more things for my clients, but I want you to walk away with well over 10 of the top performing ads that I have ran that work for me, that should work for you, or are way more likely to work. Here are examples. So in this case, 2 super winning headlines: start your garage renovation with this emoji, refresh your garage today, primary text down here, ready to elevate your garage with a stunning new floor. Or you could try, is your garage overflowing with clutter? Those are things for your ideal client. You don't want just dirty houses. You want people that feel their houses in the need of some change, right? And here's just another example of what that might look like over on the left side here. Get quote and all that. See more. May click to open. See more. And then if you just drop your email in the webinar, or if you email me, the email I give you at the end here, which is just jason@localwebmarketingsystem.com, you can just say, hey, I want all the top ads, and I will send them to you, because even this cuts off the primary text. I want you to have all of the text of what's worked in the past so you can see an example. And then you can have lots of examples and you can test all those as well. Because at the end of the day, whether you go with me or not, I want you to be more informed about what's actually working. So we are going to dive in to the ads, and we are going to look at it right now, what's working. So this is Facebook Ads Manager. It can be very intimidating at first, but it's straightforward in the sense that you have a campaign, and then you have basically nesting dolls within that campaign, and it's all geared towards accomplishing a certain mission. In this case, the mission is to get leads at a better cost so that we can close deals and organize garages. So in this case, we have a new one that has been created, a new campaign, a new ad set under that, new ads. You don't have to remember all the words. Just know that there's 3 nesting dolls. In this case, the cost per result for all time is $60 per lead, which is not bad at all. And then, each region is going to be different, each product or service. In this case, where you're targeting garage storage, so it's not even flooring. Oftentimes you can get even the flooring costs lower than the storage. It just depends on what you're advertising, what your competition is. And so that's the cost per lead. In this case, lots of human beings, aka reach, have seen the ads, and they've seen them multiple times, aka impressions. And in this case, this newer ad group or ads that we started running have generated 35 human beings that are interested in the product or service. In the past, others have worked. Some might not, might be even cheaper, like in this case, cheaper per lead. And then we're always testing, trying new things. But the secret sauce isn't too secret. We're going to look at the ad set. That's at the level of you actually pick the target audience in your region that you want to go after. In this case, we are literally targeting a city and a radius around that city. We're targeting an age group. You might go after 55 above. You might go 45. You might go as low as 35. Just depends on what you work out. We're targeting all genders. And if you're in the United States, unlike these gentlemen who I work with that are awesome, they're in Canada, you can actually even target based on income. So you can say the top 50% income earners in this region, I want to target only them. Totally doable. So that's the secret sauce. You're targeting these people. You're writing ads that seem like they would convince somebody to fill out the form, get a quote. And then on the ad itself, you have the get quote option. And when they click on the get quote, and here's just a bunch of examples of the different ads with the pictures and everything. I even include some picture examples in the bonus resource that I'll show you here in a minute. But we essentially serve up over 60 ads at a given time by just having 10 different photos, for instance, three different primary texts or more, and then several different headlines. And then Facebook will find the combination of what's working best. We'll look at that in a second. But I just wanted to show you, like, once they click the get quote button, we put them through a process that helps qualify them. One of my favorite questions is something like, garage makeovers start at 2,000 or 5,000 or whatever yours is. Is that great with you? Basically, would you like a quote? Yes, absolutely. Or make them feel bad. No, too rich for my blood. Social media does not care whether you make it a little bit harder for somebody to say no, right? But if they say no, obviously they won't be a good lead. And then we go through the whole process, multiple steps, even encourage them to go to the website and to sell themselves more, aka look at different garages options. One of the cool things that I have the privilege of doing, and so does my team that I work with, is we can see what's working and what Google or what Facebook in this instance has decided is working best. In this case, I can break it down on the ad and look at those particular images, and I can find out which images are getting more of the leads at a cheaper rate and which ones are more expensive. Like in this case, this is a $37 lead image, right? And then I can, compare and contrast with how many leads have come in, and I could statistically determine what is doing a better job for you, right? So this is just one example of one that's doing fairly decent, but there hasn't been a lot of leads. So one that's been doing really great, and there's been a fair number of leads. I would say like this one that has 8, right? And so in this case, we can look at the image and we can say, okay, this one is better at getting leads. So that's one of the reasons why we test this. I can do the same with headlines and primary text. So primary text, I can see what's working in this region at any given time. Maximize your garage space effortlessly. That one's doing pretty good as far as number of leads, but the cost is a little bit higher, right? But what's one's doing pretty good, but the cost is lower? Oh, I have a mess-free garage today. Wow. Right? So these are the reasons why you might want to have a marketer or somebody else work with you, is to help come up with some of these ideas. But at the end of the day, you use the tool to help suss out or figure out what's working best for you. Let's look at headlines. In this case, right? We've got several headlines. We're going to look at the results and then the cost per lead. So refresh your garage today is doing great. So this is how I can tell you definitively what's better at getting you leads. And then I can pipe those leads into your CRM using a tool like Zapier. I can text you, when you get a lead, or have a notification on your phone if that's what you prefer. I can make sure, and so can my team, that we're testing these things, finding out what's working, getting the cost per lead down. Or you can take some of these headlines and descriptions like in the bonus and go test it out yourself. And you can even look at your competitors and see what's working for them, but always one up it. Don't just assume because they're doing the learn more button that's going to be best for you. So like I said, if you email me at jason@localwebmarketingsystem.com, I will send you this resource and you can see all these different flooring and storage ad examples. I want to give both to you. I also have examples and good ideas for what works for inside the house, if you're going to be one of those guys that does cabinets as well, or kitchen remodels, or just puts in more cabinets into the home, or closets, that sort of stuff as well. But my primary focus is helping grow the garage for sure, get you more good leads. So that's something I can send you. And then I hope this helps demystify what it takes to succeed on Facebook and Instagram. There's more to it, but we're short on time, and this is as much as we can really cover adequately here. So if we go ahead and we look at, for instance, this, I already talked about: gender, income, location, that targeting the secret sauce. What questions do you have? Even if you're watching the replay, feel free to email me your questions. Some of the questions that I've gotten in the past include things like, how much do I need to actually spend to succeed? I haven't seen success for like less than $700 a month on targeting something. So like, let's say you really want to do well, but you just want to dip your toe in it. I'd usually recommend something around $1,000 a month per product line that you're going after. So if you're going to do garage storage, I want you to put $1,000 towards garage storage ads. If you're going to do garage flooring, I want you to put $1,000 towards garage storage or towards garage flooring, right? If you're going to do closets, 1,000, right? Kitchen's completely different, right? So, at the end of the day, you need some budget. We need to run the numbers. We need to find what's working. And you also need to run it for a couple months. So if you're going to sign up a new Facebook ads with us per se, or with anybody, you're going to need a couple months to find out what works best, what's succeeding. Not only do you get a lead, does it close? You need to look at your numbers in your CRM, right? And have that data piped in so that you can know the source was from Facebook, right? And Facebook in general is going to give you more leads per se than some other sources. Maybe, but it's not going to be as good as a referral. It's not going to be as good as somebody that finds your website through SEO. But what if it's like 1 in every 4 close or 1 in every 5, right? You'll never know until you give it a go and you actually put your best foot forward. So I always recommend try that for 4 months. Have adequate budget. Those are some of the questions that I'm commonly asked. Now, like I said, if you have other additional questions, feel free to reach out to me, or I'll either respond or have one of my team members come and help you and reach out. So also, I have a couple more bonus resources, but I did want to give you in conclusion, target your right audience, do the right combination of the ad pieces, then go on forth and measure and improve. That's kind of the marketer methodology and way. I wanted to give you my email so that you had that right there, phone number that you can call if you're interested in more information, or you can even text me if that's what you prefer, and I'll send you over the resources. And then in addition, let's say like 1,000 seems like a lot for you to run your own ads, on Facebook, and you're just like, I don't even know if I can start there. I also believe there's plenty of ways to make money off of social media that doesn't require you to spend money. So there's like 2 other examples would be like you post stuff on your personal Facebook page, and maybe it's videos of you interacting with the products or services and explaining how it works. I've seen that work for others. You can get some leads there. And honestly, if you did that, or even pictures, and you interacted with your people, your personal friends, and found out what they liked, then you could take that and turn that into an ad as well, whether through boosting. But I would warn you, if you're boosting an ad, do not do it from a Apple device because Apple is charging right now a higher rate fee to serve your ads. So just heads up, that's another bonus to working somebody else that's on a PC like me. They can boost your posts for you or do other things so that you don't have to pay that exuberant fee. It's pretty high. So I'd warn you on that. But if you had the video or you had some pictures that were actually good and you collaborated with me or my team, then you're able to take what you've already found is working and get it seen by more people, and it should work more. It's like putting your best foot forward. Another thing where I actually have a free resource that you can get access to is posting in Facebook groups. That can be done by yourself. That can be done by your wife. That can be done by a team member. That could be done by a raving fan, or do all of the above at different times and systematize it, right? Have somebody do that for you. So with that resource, once again, just email me or text me now that you got my information, and I will share that resource with you. Here is the resource. It has the pros and cons, has examples of what groups are on Facebook and what type of posts work, and how you can figure out in each group in your region what is acceptable and not acceptable. It's pretty straightforward. Do not be intimidated by it. If you have a teenager or somebody that is a little bit savvy, you could even basically get them doing that for you, and you can get leads for trading a little bit of time, and you can get more leads. So even if it's a service that I can't necessarily fully systematize for you on your behalf, where it's not as easy and it makes you money, I'm not afraid to tell you or teach you about it. Okay. I'm a different type of marketer. And I just want you to succeed, whether you work with me or not. And then finally, I have multiple resources when it comes to these webinars. And so in this case, we have several webinars already preloaded in here with all the presentation slides and the recordings and the additional bonus resources. And so I can shoot you access to this as well if you missed a different webinar and you wanted, per se, like in this example, watch the one about how to get 80% of your customers to actually leave you a review, which is far above all of your competitors. And let's say you even got 20 or 30% just because you implemented a method that I have seen work and personally used, and some of my clients have used as well and had great success with. Like, that could be huge for your business. Then you can try basically something that I give you before you ever consider even working with me. Or let's say you're amazing at it, you build out your own team and you have all the time in the world to do it. More power to you. Take my methods, my secrets, work for it for you, because I know when you get that value, you're going to see what it's like to work with me and my team and the differences. So once again, Jason here with Garage Revolution, created this business. GarageREV.com is where you can find out even more information so that you can succeed as a garage contractor or professional that wants to do more epoxy or polyurea floors, wants to do more storage, shelving cabinets, all of the above, wants to do high-end jobs. I have the skills, the expertise, and I am going to continue to do these webinars as well so that you can get this. And if you want to be subscribed to get notifications of the next webinar, so you can at least see the replay if you can't make it, or jump on board so you can interact with me live, ask questions of other group members and hear what are they doing that's working as well. I'm not afraid of that as well. So by far, this is going to be really great this year, working with you guys, helping show you a lot of great resources and showing you that Garage Revolution is basically a revolution where we do things differently around here. Talk to you soon.